Hello, welcome back to the channel. I have another package to unpackage, and here it is. So let me get my trusty blade, a little snip around. So this I got from eBay, because I'm such a eBay slut. Very neat. This is a used item, which I don't really care too much as long as it's not too used, like abused. This is a cute little Sony speaker from about like 6 years ago. Honestly, it's not that old. Or at least I don't want to think it's that old. Look how tall, it's like barely the size of my hand. It's very cute. I love this thing already. What the heck? I've never seen this on any sort of advertisement. Okay, as expected. But I mainly got it for this here. This port. I don't know if you can see. Not the micro USB, because that sucks. But this. 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I think this is a very cute little speaker. Does this even turn on? Oh yeah. We got power. It's like asking for Bluetooth. Can I... What does that do? Okay, so it turns on. We shall test it out now with something. We're gonna need a headphone jack of some sort. We're gonna test it with this. We need an aux cable. Snap that in, plug this in. This. So what happens now? How do you know if you're going to change modes? Let's just play, I guess. Let's play something. Oh. It just does it. Nice. Very cool. Oh, nice. It sounds great. That's really cool. This is a cute little speaker. I keep saying I can't get over it. I love how this thing is. Why would anyone get rid of this? I guess people are over it. There are some pretty sweet speakers, I'm not gonna lie. So I use this speaker right here every day. If I'm outside, this usually comes with me. And if I'm in an environment, here, let me just pause this. It's awesome. That's so cool. I take this with me. It sounds great. It's kind of a beast, honestly. And there's a lot of people that are gonna say otherwise, and you know, whatever. But I love this thing. I love the style of it. It's just so nice. I love this speaker. The only thing I wish it had was a 3.5 millimeter jack, so I could plug in this. But there isn't, and that's the biggest bummer on this guy. And I wonder why they just. I mean, I guess they're just trying to, like, I don't know, future-proof it, and I don't think it's future-proofing. I think having inputs is still future-proofing because it's, I don't know, I don't want to get into it. The size of this and the size of this, it's so cute. This is half of this size. It's a little fat, but there's a little bass in the back here. This kind of gives you, like, airflow for the bass. See right here? This is airflow for the little subwoofer or bass that they have in the back. So there's a few speakers. I think there's one, and then there's another one back here. You know, that's all you need on a, like, outdoor excursion. This has a few too. This thing is heavy. So let me see if I can scale this. So now that we know this works, let's put this aside, make some space. So this Marshall weighs 320.5 Pretty hefty, I think, compared to this right off the bat. That's half the weight. 156. I think I'm gonna take this with me to work today. So I do have a thing for speakers. I know this channel is mainly about like mini discs and some formats and maybe a bit of cassettes. Ultimately, I just like a bunch of gear. This is kind of like a whatever I like in terms of tech and a little bit of some art showcasing. I'm just gonna try to do more, but I have a thing for speakers, long story short, and I've definitely gone through my share of speakers. I remember having the old Jawbone from back in like the 2010, 2008. I don't have it, but I could probably find a picture. But that thing was so great. I remember it getting slammed in between a hood of a truck, and it still worked. It was definitely deformed, but it still worked. I carry these two with me to work, or everywhere I go, honestly. If I'm going traveling, I'll take both of these with me. This one has a band-aid on it, because it's split open. It's one would call it style, one would just call it being janky. And we take this and this, simply because the mini discs don't have like Bluetooth, so I have to use like a headphone jack type of deal. You know, this is fun. It does sound pretty janky, pretty shitty, and it's like an acquired sound, you know. And I have already mentioned these speakers here, these early Walkman speakers from like the 90s. I think they're from the 70s. I don't remember, but I do like the way they sound. I like how crappy the speakers sound, and it's one, I don't know, it's kind of silly. This one is cool because of like basically the heritage. There's some blue ones I've seen. I like good, reliable speakers. That's basically it. These are not great. They're basically trashy, but I do like the way they sound because, I don't know, there's like something weird about me. And these are definitely more in the high fidelity, modern era speakers. This one's just like plug and play, you know, turn it on from the back, and then basically just play, right? Is it gonna play? Yeah. This one's dying. When you go in high volumes, I'll go to a different song here. It distorts, but you know, that's part of the shitty sound that I'm talking about. So there's this little portable speaker. It's fun. I don't know. I like playing around with the sounds, you know, playing around with music and whatever. Even though I'm not a musician, I still like the ability to play around with music. Yeah, this one's nice. And then this old school Sony. Let's check out the old school Sony. Yeah, these are much lower, but these don't have any power. These are what you call passive. So the power is basically whatever is being pushed from the headphone jack. Pretty cool. From like almost 20, 30 years difference from Sony's technology. You know, trying to keep up with times and trends. That's so cool. Yeah, this guy's beefy. This is great for your modern stuff. This is also great for your modern stuff. I think I'm going to be carrying this a little more. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to carry this out a little more often. had no idea this was even like a thing. This is like six years ago, 2019. Bluetooth, super light. Very cute little blue thing. So I guess that's on. I don't really know if it's off. Do I just press it? Press it once? It's off now. Cool. Well, that was the SRS XB01. Anyway, thanks for hanging out.